Started.
Okay, we got a game. Let's try e4 again. DH real estate. Okay. Sicilian. Okay, I played a Sicilian as black recently, but it's been a few games since I had one as white. Let's go for the open Sicilian. Standard moves so far. The knight arf. Okay, so last time I think I tried bishop g5 with the knight arf the other way, and yet another way to play against it is to play bishop to e3 and set up an English attack system. Pawn to f3, queen to d2. So I'll try that. There are many ways to play against the knight arf. Now this is transposing into a dragon. So against the dragon, this setup is called the Yugoslav attack. So this is a dragon where black is thrown in the move a6. I can play bishop to c4 here, or I can castle queenside. I think I'll just castle and then get the pawns going. I don't worry about this knight being chased away. I'm just going to start activating my pawn storm here. Actually, I should have stopped to think. This b5 move, b7 to b5, weakens this diagonal, and sometimes you can take advantage of it. I was just moving en route there. I'm definitely out of theory in the sense that we've come into this position by a different move order. So what are the ideas here? I could just move my bishop to h6 and trade it off, but I think I would rather push pawns first. I don't see any way to exploit this diagonal just yet. And he may be threatening to push d5. One thing this b5 move did, it keeps my bishop out of c4, so there's no idea of playing bishop c4 anymore. That's gone from the position. But this bishop can find home and employment on e2 or d3, perhaps. On e2, it's in the way of this knight. When the pawn push comes, the knight might want to go to d2. But right now, let's take a look at this. I think I can push h5. And if he pushes, I take. If he takes, I take. With something. Okay, he is not yet threatening to sack the exchange because the queen's defending that knight. So he hasn't done anything about this pawn over here, so let's open up the h-file. That's the main idea. Now I could just play my queen over to here right away. But let's put the bishop there. And if he takes, I take back, and it's check. And then I can chase the knight away and give my queen to h7. This is a pretty dangerous attack already, I think. And if he doesn't take, then I will take his bishop, king takes, and then the queen comes to here with check. And then I'll play the move g6, again chasing that knight away. And undefending this h7 pawn, which is going to be a big problem for him, I think. Now he has counter threats. He can sack the exchange here, but I'm still in a position where I can take back with the queen because the rook defends the bishop. He can push this pawn, force me to move my knight. I'm not averse to going to d2 yet. Or even a4, although from a4 it's always hard to see if there's a route back into the game, so I think I would rather go to d2. d2 you can go to g3 or f4, continue with the kingside attack, and he needs to undermine these pawns along this diagonal to liberate his bishop on b7. So he's just ignoring my threats, it seems. Now what can this knight do? Can come into these squares and these squares. He can sacrifice on here maybe. Knight takes, knight takes, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. But this seems to me is faster.
Check.
So yeah, g5. I don't know what great answer he has to this. Okay, he can lose the knight. That's an option, but this should be winning for me now. Let's see how to handle this. There's a sacrifice on g6. There is bishop here hitting his rook, and then if he advances a pawn I can take, and it's supported by the knight, and then I can bring my rook over to the g file and play knight to knight to f5. Knight to f5 now. Pawn takes. Rook here, check. Knight to here. Knight to... yeah, there's just so many good moves. Okay, knight to e6. Forks queen and rook. And knight takes, bishop takes. Skewers this rook. So that's probably good enough. Okay, now is there something I can do while the rook is pinned? I can take here with check. King goes there, and queen here is checkmate. That's
check.
The way to do it. Got to take advantages of these pins while they exist.
Checkmate.
Okay, well, that was a short game, but it was instructive. I think I'll upload it, and we'll do a post-mortem as usual. See you guys later. Bye.